Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's had a wonderful week. Today I am going to go over a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Nordstrom rack haul. Today most of the products, actually all of the products I have here today have been stuff that I've purchased from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and or Nordstrom rack. They're all discounted rate products. Usually when you find these products at these stores, they're going to be 50% off or more. Just depends on what time of the year you buy them. Most of this stuff is stuff that's no longer sold in like Ulta or Sephora or any other big name brand store. So a lot of this stuff you probably won't see available anymore, but some of them you might. I know, for example, there's a NARS concealer I have that I found at Marshall's. I got a 2-pack for $12. And they still sell it at Ulta and Sephora. So it just depends on the season and whether or not their product lineup is within that season. Most of the stuff is from a previous season or from a previous grouping. So today I am going to go over those items. We're going to first start with some eyeshadow. Now, I did not find an eyeshadow primer, so there's going to be a couple exceptions. One is my eyeshadow primer. I will be using my MAC Painterly Paint Pot for that. The second will be I am going to use my Anastasia brow powder for my eyebrows. They didn't really have very many options in regards to eyebrows, so we're going to go ahead and use those two products. Another product that I've already applied to my face that I did not find at any of those stores is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So those will be the three exceptions. Everything else, though, was purchased at either Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, or Marshalls. So with that being said, let's get started. So I am going to go in with my Bare Minerals primer. I'm just going to use that because it's more of a moisturizing one and it's going to help tone out your skin properly. I'm going to use that to cover the rest of my face. I already put some of that Smashbox primer in my T-zone and along my nose just because I've been having big issues with my pores lately. So we're going to go in with this stuff and put that on the rest of my face to kind of help lay a good foundation for the foundation. All right, next I am going to go in with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot and prime my eyelids. Now you can use a concealer for something like this, but I personally, as a preference, I like to stick with an actual primer. I feel like it holds better than a concealer would, but in case-by-case instances, you can use a concealer to prime your eyelids. It's not necessary to buy a primer. If you're looking for inexpensive alternatives or routes, definitely go with concealer. It may not last as long, but it's still gonna have just as good a coverage as, for example, my MAC Painterly Paint Pot would. This is my ride or die at the moment. This is what I've been using. I love using my MAC Painterly Paint Pot for my eyeshadow base. All right, so next up, I have to decide what eyeshadow palette I am gonna go with. I actually have 4 today. 2 of them I've purchased really recently, just something I found. One I found at Nordstrom Rack and the other one I found at Marshalls. So this is the Natural Lust palette by Too Faced. It is a more neutral tone palette. As you can see, a lot of the colors are going to be like base colors, so it's going to kind of give you more of a natural finish. The second one that I got this from Nordstrom Rack. It is the Stila Perfect Me Perfect Hue all-in-one face palette. So you've got a couple blushes here, you've got your eyeshadows here, so it's going to be more of a total look kind of palette. So if you're looking for something kind of simple, maybe stick with this. Relatively inexpensive. This one was 12 bucks. So very inexpensive in comparison to what you would normally pay. The Too Faced palette though was $30. So you are looking at a little bit of a discounted rate there, but not entirely too much. Still a great price for a palette that size. You're getting really good quality eyeshadows. They're really soft and silky to apply, and they blend really well. A couple of the other palettes I got, I have the Urban Decay Light Beam. This palette actually was from a past season's look book. So this actually is no longer sold by Urban Decay or in Ulta or Sephora. I actually got this palette from Nordstrom Rack for 10 bucks, relatively inexpensive once again. And then I also have this Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette. Now this is one of my favorites. I have been using this for a while. Really pretty colors, as you can see. This palette was $16, originally $32, I believe. Once again, this is from a old seasons lookbook. So like I said, most of those palettes are going to be at least 50% off, if not more. So if you are looking for a cheaper option and you do want that high quality eyeshadow or that high quality makeup, I would check these stores out just because I've gotten lucky numerous times. One of the products I have today actually is a $60 product and I paid 14 bucks for it. So we'll go over that in a minute. But right now I am going to go in with the Natural Lust palette by Too Faced. I'm going to go ahead and create an eye look. We'll zoom in and get that eye look started for you guys. All right. I am going to go in with a transition shade first. I think I'm going to go with, oh boy, there's so many to choose from. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. It's called Afternoon Delight. We're going to use that as the transition shade and create that look from there. All right, next we're gonna go in with a little bit darker of a shade to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. I think I am gonna go in with Set in Stone, this color right here. And I'm gonna use that to deepen the crease and create more dimension. Next, I am going to go in with the color Flirty Pop right here. I'm going to add that color to the center of my lid to help add a little bit of shimmer and pull this look completely together. I will go in and add a little bit to my brow bone to kind of help give the highlight up here a little bit of a boost. I am just going to use my fingertips for this part. So once again, you can always use your fingers as long as you keep your hands clean. Use your fingers. They're a great asset. Obviously, brushes are great, but when push comes to shove and this is all you've got, use your fingers. It works just as well. I am going to go in with a little bit more of a neutral color. I'm going to go into Embrace Me, this color right here. It's a little bit of a taupe color to kind of add a little bit more dimension. And last but not least, I'm going to go in with a lighter color. I think I'm going to go in with Silk Robe. Yeah, this one right here, Silk Robe. Add that to the brow bone and maybe a little bit in the corner as well. It's a neutral color, so it'll kind of help lighten that area up and help blend everything together. All right, I am actually going to add a little bit of brown to the lash line to kind of help line the eye without adding eyeliner. I think I'm going to skip eyeliner for today. I do have an option in regards to eyeliner. I did pay 4 bucks for it, so I didn't pay all that much for it, but I think I'm going to keep it a little bit lighter today. I wore some pretty heavy makeup last night for a concert, so I'm going to try and keep it lighter today. into the lower lash line as well. I'm gonna add the color Spank Me, which is this color here. I'm gonna add that to my lower lash line. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna add a little bit of a pop of color, a little bit of lightening in the middle, or excuse me, in the corner of my eye. I'm gonna go into the color Love Spark. I'm just gonna apply it with my finger. All right, so now that I have my eye makeup done, I am gonna go in with my Bare Minerals BB cream and primer. This has an SPF of 30 on it, so it's gonna give you a little bit of protection. Now, you don't always wanna just rely on a foundation with a BB cream, sunscreen. You kind of want to maybe amp it up a little bit. So I do recommend wearing sunscreen to protect your skin. Don't always heavily rely on these products. Sometimes the sunscreen isn't as strong in these products, but you still want to make sure you're getting the coverage you need. So always apply sunscreen. Don't go out in the sun without it. I know I'm guilty of it before, and I've done it before, but don't do it. It makes you age faster, and the UV rays are super harmful. So always make sure to wear sunscreen, even on cloudy days. Cloudy days, you're always actually able to get a worse burn. I don't really know why that is. You would think it'd be the opposite, but I would recommend wearing sunscreen as much as possible, even in the fall and the winter time. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it to my hand. We're going to use my Memory Foam Juno sponge to apply this to my face. Now, this is going to have light coverage, so there's not really much to it. It is going to help a little bit. It's going to, like I said, it's going to give you that little bit of sunscreen. If you want more coverage, you can definitely go in with a more full coverage foundation. You don't necessarily have to. Sometimes it's nice to just wear a BB cream and get on with your day. So, like I said, this is a primer and a BB cream, so this can be used as a primer. You can layer foundation if you want to have a little bit more full coverage. So with that being said, I am actually going to go in with another foundation, and I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation. Now, mine is in the shade Light EF05. This is what the packaging looks like. This foundation actually is really good. I've used this before, and I've had really good luck with it. It really matches my skin pretty well. It's not as full coverage as I like it to be, but like I said, you can build up any coverage with a foundation. Now I am going to go in with a little bit of contour and some concealer. I am going to use my NARS concealer. Like I said, I got a 2-pack at Marshall's of this concealer for 12 bucks. NARS concealers are usually about 30 bucks a piece. So I got a really good deal on that. But we're going to use that as our concealer today. And this is in the shade Vanilla, or excuse me, Light 2 Vanilla. Now that I have my concealer on, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. Now, I have seen these at Ulta and Sephora before. I've also seen them at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. I know at one point they had these for $12, which is relatively inexpensive, especially for the product you're getting. This one I actually got at Ulta, but because I was able to find it at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, I'm including it in this haul. So with that being said, I'm going to go in and use this as my contour. We'll go in with a bronzer in a little bit and kind of add a little bit more dimension with that bronzer. But for now, we're going to use this. This is in the shade Fawn. This is more of a contour stick. You can use this as foundation, but I found that this works better as a contour stick. It is labeled as a contour stick, so this is definitely a good go-to, especially if you want something simple. It blends really well, and it kind of gives you the right pigment. Granted, I am very fair-skinned, so this is probably the best option for me just because it's not too dark. They do have other colors in regards to contour sticks. So if you're looking for something a little bit more darker for your skin, I would recommend looking for like maybe a step darker. They do have 3 different steps of darkness in regards to this contour stick in particular. So definitely check it out. Really good steal, 12 bucks. You can't go wrong. When you're using this contour stick, make sure you blend up, do not blend down. So when you're blending, especially with a beauty sponge, blend up. Now what I am going to do is there is a little bit of foundation left over on my sponge. I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of that over top of that contour stick. Next, I am going to go in with some bronzer. I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. This was $5 at Marshalls, and I've actually fallen in love with this. This has been my go-to for a little bit now, and it's actually become one of my favorites. It's been really hard to not use it because it matches my skin, or it blends in with my skin so well. Like I said, I have very fair skin, so it's incredibly imperative for me to find the right bronzer. I actually kind of forgot to set my under eye, so I need to touch up a little bit. And put some setting powder on that. I don't have a good alternative for the department, like the department store brand, or a good dupe for that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star setting powder in the color Translucent and use that. I'm just going to pat that on the areas that I put concealer. I will tell you right now, this Jeffree Star setting powder is incredibly fine. I know there's been a couple times that I've actually breathed it in and it's actually kind of burned my lungs before. So you'll want to be careful with that. Also, it does have a quite delightful smell to it. It smells like a waffle cone to me. So highly recommend. It is $22. You can get that on Morphe.com, or you can check out Jeffree Star. If you go to Morphe.com, you do have the option to use Jeffree Star's discount code. I believe it's JSTAR, but that'll help you get a 10% off, which is great. Morphe always has incredible sales, and it's always great to use those discount codes. They do make a ton of difference. All right, next I'm going to go in with my blush. It is the Kevyn Aucoin Neo blush. I have it in the color Pink Sand. It's going to be a soft, dusty pink. So we're going to use that to blush up the cheeks. I'm going to put on a brow real quick and some mascara, and that's going to complete this look. I'm also going to put on some highlighter as well. So today I'm going to go in with my Ofra highlighter in the color Pillow Talk and put some highlighter on these cheeks. Like I said, next I am going to go in with my Anastasia brow powder. I'm going to put my eyebrows on real quick. I'll put on some mascara and we'll go over everything that I used. Alright, next I am going to go in with my Bare Minerals Lashtopia mascara. I did get this for $5, so we're going to use that as our mascara today, and we'll do a quick rundown of everything that was used. Alright, so that concludes the video for today. I am going to stick with just a basic chapstick today. Been dealing with some pretty chapped lips with the weather changing. So with that being said, I'm going to go over everything that I've got. The Too Faced palette, paid $30 for it. Really inexpensive, especially for as many shadows as you get. The Bare Minerals primer, paid $5 for it. Really good primer. I actually really enjoy this primer a lot. It feels hydrating to me. So if you're looking for a hydrating primer, I would try that. Bare Minerals BB cream, really great purchase. I actually bought this so I could wear something for my trip to Mexico. I didn't want to wear a full coverage foundation, so I needed something a little lighter. Kevyn Aucoin foundation, 15 bucks. I think it was $14.99, so 15 bucks. Really good foundation. This is a $60 foundation in Sephora, so you're getting a bargain if you're able to locate this. The Kevyn Aucoin blush and the Bare Minerals bronzer, each $5 or under. You can't go wrong. Really good bargains there. A lot of the stuff I've used today actually was Bare Minerals, so some of this product may be stuff that they no longer carry or was part of last season's stock. Ofra found highlighter and Anastasia contour stick, $12 and $16 on this one was on Nordstrom Rack. Really good deal. Nothing too crazy about those prices. Trying to think what else. I did have a few items that I actually did not use for today's video, and I'm just going to hold those up. I got a Too Faced Glitter Pop eyeliner. This is a glitter eyeliner, paid 10 bucks for it from Nordstrom Rack. It does peel off. So really good glitter eyeliner. It stays on pretty well. Another thing I did not use today, Naked Skin liquid highlighter. This was $4, so really inexpensive. I just am not a fan of the coverage. It doesn't give you a bunch of highlight. It's enough. If you're looking for something a little bit more natural, that might be the way to go. I did not use these three palettes. All are $16 and under, so really good bargain, especially for Urban Decay and Stila. Another thing I actually haven't touched is my Shade and Light contour kit from Kat Von D. This was 20 bucks, so not too bad of a deal, especially considering that palette in like Sephora or Ulta would be anywhere from $40 to $60. A couple more highlighters I did not use today. This is the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. This is a very popular highlighter, $16, really good bargain. This is the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighter in the color Gamma Ray. This one is gorgeous. Its swatch is so pretty. I wore this to the concert last night, which by the way was incredible. But I wore this to the concert and I was getting compliments on my highlighter all night. It was just very blinding. Last but not least, my Anastasia bronzer powder. Paid, I believe, 14 bucks for this. Might have been 12. But in store, like they still sell this in Ulta and Sephora. In store, this powder bronzer is 30 bucks. So most of the products that I use today are anywhere from 50 to 75% off of big stores prices. So you're looking at a huge discount there. Once again, you want to be careful when you are purchasing from Nordstrom Rack, Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. You want to make sure people are not swatching it, or the product that you're intending to purchase is not swatched. Just for sanitary reasons, it's just a good idea to keep or be mindful of that. Another thing you want to watch for is whether or not it's broken, because there have been times I have bought something and I got it home, didn't check it while I was in the store, got it home and it was broken. So you need to be careful. I would recommend not touching it, not swatching it when you're in store. You're not technically supposed to look at it either, but I do take a sneak peek at it just to see if it's intact. And I always get asked at the register, hey, do you know if this is intact? Do you want me to check for you? If they offer it, ask them to check it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually more helpful to you. They don't want to sell you a product that's broken. So that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Also, this fall weather is just so gorgeous. It was beautiful last night before the concert, and it was beautiful after we left. So hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Once again, thank you for watching. If you have a moment, subscribe to my channel. I try and put out new videos every weekend. And hopefully I'm able to see you guys soon. Thank you so much again. Bye, guys.